Hey everyone, it's Ray Insight on Public Finance 101, and let's be real for a second. A lot of people think they're doing well financially just because they can afford a few lattes a week or they finally paid off their credit card debt. But let me tell you, true financial freedom goes way beyond that. It's about having the security and flexibility to live life on your own terms without constantly stressing about money. In this video, we're diving deep into the difference between simply getting by and actually achieving lasting financial independence. We'll expose those common money myths that might be holding you back and give you a clear picture of what real financial health looks like. We'll be covering everything from getting a handle on your debt and building a rock-solid emergency fund to crushing it with your savings rate and creating a diversified investment portfolio that can weather any storm. And of course, we can't forget about the importance of budgeting like a boss and setting clear, achievable financial goals. So, if you're ready to ditch the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle and start building a future where money is no longer a source of stress, buckle up and get ready to take some notes. This is your journey to financial freedom, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Let's do this! Let's face it, debt has become a fact of life for many people. Student loans, credit card balances, car payments, they can easily pile up and make you feel like you're drowning in bills. But here's the thing, debt is not just a financial burden, it's a massive obstacle on your path to financial freedom. Think about it. Every dollar you're paying towards interest on your debt is a dollar that you can't invest, save, or use to pursue your passions. It's like running a race with a weighted vest on. You might make some progress, but it's going to be a lot harder and slower than if you were debt-free. Now, I'm not saying that all debt is bad. Sometimes taking on strategic debt, like a mortgage on a rental property, can actually help you build wealth in the long run. But for most people, high-interest consumer debt is a trap that keeps them stuck in a cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. The first step to breaking free from this cycle is to acknowledge the problem and commit to tackling it head-on. Don't bury your head in the sand and ignore those bills. That will only make things worse. Instead, take a deep dive into your finances, list out all your debts, and come up with a plan to pay them off strategically. There are two main approaches to paying off debt: the snowball method and the avalanche method. The snowball method focuses on paying off your smallest debts first, regardless of interest rates. This can give you a psychological boost and keep you motivated as you see those debts disappear one by one. On the other hand, the avalanche method prioritizes paying off the debts with the highest interest rates first. This approach saves you the most money on interest in the long run. Ultimately, the best method for you depends on your personality and financial situation. But no matter which method you choose, there are a few key strategies that can help you accelerate your debt payoff journey. First, try to negotiate lower interest rates with your creditors. You'd be surprised how often they're willing to work with you, especially if you've been a responsible borrower in the past. Second, consider consolidating your debt with a personal loan or balance transfer credit card with a lower interest rate. This can simplify your finances and help you save money on interest. And finally, look for ways to increase your income, whether it's picking up a side hustle, negotiating a raise, or selling some of your unwanted belongings. Life is full of surprises, and unfortunately, not all of them are good. Your car could break down, you could lose your job, or you could face an unexpected medical bill. These events are stressful enough on their own, but they can be downright financially crippling if you don't have an emergency fund to fall back on. An emergency fund is essentially a safety net that provides you with a financial cushion to cover unexpected expenses without going into debt. It's like having insurance for your financial well-being, giving you peace of mind knowing that you can handle whatever life throws your way. Now you might be thinking, Ray, I'm already struggling to make ends meet. How am I supposed to save for an emergency fund? Trust me, I get it. But the truth is, even setting aside a small amount each month can make a huge difference over time. Start by aiming for a small emergency fund of $1,000. This will cover most minor emergencies and prevent you from having to rely on credit cards or high-interest loans. Once you've reached that goal, gradually increase your emergency fund to cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Building an emergency fund takes time and discipline, but it's one of the most important steps you can take to secure your financial future. The key is to make saving a habit, just like brushing your teeth or paying your rent. One effective strategy is to automate your savings. Set up a recurring transfer from your checking account to your savings account each month, even if it's just a small amount. You can also use apps like Acorns or Digit that automatically round up your purchases to the nearest dollar and invest the spare change. Another tip is to treat your emergency fund like a bill that you absolutely cannot miss. Just like you wouldn't skip paying your rent or mortgage, make it a priority to contribute to your emergency fund consistently. Remember, your emergency fund is there to protect you from financial hardship. It's not meant to be an investment account or a slush fund for discretionary spending. Only dip into your emergency fund for true emergencies and replenish it as soon as possible. All right, let's talk about savings rate. This is a huge indicator of your financial health. It's not about how much money you make, but how much you keep. And that's where your savings rate comes in. Think of it like this. Your savings rate is your financial freedom speedometer. The higher it is, the faster you're moving towards financial independence. Seriously, it's one of the most important numbers in your financial life. Now you might be wondering, what's a good savings rate? And that's a great question. A good starting point is 20%. But honestly, the more you can save, the better. Remember, every dollar you save is a dollar working for you, earning interest and growing your wealth. It's like planting a money tree that keeps on giving, so crank up that savings rate and watch your financial freedom flourish. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ray, saving is hard. And yeah, it can be. But it's not about deprivation, it's about optimization. Think of it like this. Small changes can lead to big results. First, track your spending. You can't improve what you don't track. Use a budgeting app, a spreadsheet, or even just a notebook. Once you see where your money is going, you can identify areas to cut back. Next, automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account each month. This way, you're less likely to spend the money before you save it. It's like tricking yourself into building wealth. Finally, be patient and consistent. Building a healthy savings rate takes time. Don't get discouraged if you can't save a ton right away. Every little bit counts. Let's talk about building a strong investment portfolio. This is crucial for growing your wealth over time. Now, you might be tempted to put all your eggs in one basket, especially if you think you've found a sure thing. But trust me, diversification is key. Think of it like this. You wouldn't bet your entire life savings on a single horse race, would you? No way! You'd spread your bets across multiple horses to reduce your risk. Same goes for investing. By diversifying your investments across different asset classes like stocks, bonds, and real estate, you're essentially spreading your risk. This means that if one investment takes a hit, your entire portfolio won't be wiped out. It's all about playing the long game. Remember, building a diversified portfolio doesn't have to be complicated. You can start with simple, low-cost index funds and ETFs. These funds allow you to invest in a basket of different stocks or bonds, providing instant diversification. It's like having a financial advisor in your pocket. Now, when it comes to investing, it's important to remember that it's a marathon, not a sprint. You're not trying to get rich quick. You're trying to build sustainable wealth over time. Avoid getting caught up in the hype of get-rich-quick schemes or trying to time the market. Trust me, those strategies rarely work. Instead, focus on investing consistently over the long term. Remember, the stock market goes up and down, but over the long term, it has always trended upwards. By staying invested and riding out the volatility, you give your investments time to compound and grow. And speaking of compounding, this is where things get really exciting. Compounding is like the snowball effect of investing. As your investments earn returns, those returns are reinvested, earning even more returns. It's like free money. All right, let's talk about budgeting. I know, it's not the most glamorous topic. In fact, some people might even say it's kind of a buzzkill. But trust me on this, budgeting is the foundation of a solid financial plan. It's like the GPS that guides you towards your financial goals. Now, I'm not talking about restricting yourself or living like a monk. Budgeting isn't about deprivation. It's about awareness and making conscious choices with your money. It's about understanding where your money is going and making sure it's aligned with your values and goals. Think of it this way. When you create a budget, You're essentially giving yourself permission to spend money on the things that are important to you, guilt-free, because you've already allocated funds for those things. And the best part? Budgeting doesn't have to be complicated. There are tons of budgeting methods out there, so you can find one that works best for you. Whether it's the 50-30-20 method, the envelope system, or something else entirely, find what clicks and stick with it. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Ray, I get it. Budgeting is important, but what are the actual benefits? Well, let me tell you, the benefits are numerous. First and foremost, budgeting gives you control over your finances. You're no longer living paycheck to paycheck, wondering where your money went. You're in the driver's seat, making conscious decisions about your spending and saving. Second, budgeting helps you reach your financial goals faster. Whether it's buying a house, investing in your dream business, or retiring early, a budget provides a roadmap to get you there. It's like having a financial plan of attack. Third, budgeting reduces financial stress. When you know where your money is going and you have a plan in place, you can relax and enjoy life more. No more financial anxiety or sleepless nights worrying about bills. And finally, budgeting can actually help you save more money. By identifying areas where you can cut back on unnecessary expenses, you'll be amazed at how much money you can free up for saving and investing. It's like giving yourself a raise. All right, let's talk about financial goals. Now, you might be thinking, Ray, this is Finance 101 and you'd be right. But it's amazing how many people skip this crucial step. Without clear financial goals, it's like hopping in your car and starting to drive with no destination in mind. You might end up somewhere, sure, but it probably won't be where you wanted to go. Having specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals, or SMART goals, gives you a roadmap to follow. Do you want to buy a house in 5 years, retire early, travel the world? Write these goals down and figure out exactly how much you need to save and invest to make them a reality. Trust me, having that clarity will make a world of difference. Now, it's important to have both short-term and long-term financial goals. Short-term goals like paying off a credit card or saving for a down payment keep you motivated and build momentum. They give you those quick wins that make the financial journey feel less daunting. Long-term goals like retirement or financial independence require patience and discipline. But remember, those big goals are achieved by consistently crushing your smaller goals along the way. It's like building a house, brick by brick. So take some time to outline your short-term and long-term goals. Break down those larger goals into smaller, more manageable steps. This will make your goals feel less overwhelming and more achievable. Look, we all know the importance of having a high income, but what's even better is having multiple streams of income, especially passive income streams. Passive income is money you earn that doesn't require you to actively trade your time for it. It's essentially money you earn while you sleep, which is the ultimate goal, right? Now, building passive income streams takes effort up front, but the rewards can be life-changing. Think about it. The less reliant you are on your 9-to-5 job, the more financial freedom you have. There are tons of ways to generate passive income, from real estate investing to dividend stocks to building an online business. Real estate can provide you with rental income, while dividend stocks pay you just for holding on to them. And an online business, well, that has the potential to generate significant income without you physically having to be there 24/7. The key is to find something that aligns with your interests and skills. Do your research, educate yourself, and don't be afraid to start small. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is a passive income empire. But with consistent effort and smart decision-making, you can build sustainable income streams that will set you on the path to financial freedom. So there you have it, 7 signs you're doing well financially. Remember, financial freedom isn't about being a millionaire overnight. It's about making smart choices, building good habits, and staying consistent over the long term. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. And let me know in the comments below, which financial tip resonated with you the most. Share your own experiences and let's learn from each other. Remember, achieving financial independence is a journey, and every step you take brings you closer to your goals. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.